Tell me more about this. There's a complex document you mentioned called a fact sheet. What does that look like? In fact, let's just start by having the conversation about the Oak Investment Fund. Tell me more than now about this.
Okay. So it's a special fund, as I said. And the reason it's a special fund is because we invest in very many different assets. Okay?
Across the globe.
Across the globe. So we have local stocks and bonds, treasury bills. We also deposit money in the local bank accounts. We have overseas accounts where we trade in all kinds of assets, from equities, derivatives, Eurobonds, currencies, precious metals. So the asset classes are wide. Even, did I say treasury bonds from abroad? Eurobonds and also treasury bonds from abroad. So the idea is to be able to diversify not just asset classes, but also markets. Like I said, you might have one market that's not doing very well. And so you want to have other markets that you've invested in that are doing okay or that are stable. Because at any one point in time, when there's war in Russia and in the Middle East, you know, you have certain areas, maybe in the West, that are thriving or that are stable. We're about to go into an election in the US, and so that's going to bring a whole other dynamic there. We have some African countries that are giving really good returns in certain areas, and so we are basically constantly looking at what are the different markets that exist and what are the opportunities that are there. So the special fund has a criteria around the asset classes and the percentages that we can invest in those different asset classes.
I get what you mean.
Yes.
You can't just put 100% in one thing.
No. Because that's huge risk.
Yes.
Yeah, we can't put all our money in trading Forex. So first of all, I'm allergic to Forex, but, right, I'm not the dealer.
Yes. Also, this is decided by dealers.
Yes,
it's dealers' full-time job to look for the deals.
Yes, and we have a director global markets who oversees the entire team. And he then, with the team, makes decisions. We have an investment committee that sits down and also, you know, questions and asks. We ask, okay, why are we investing in this? We need approvals for doing certain derivatives and certain taking certain positions. So it's not just anybody sitting at a desk deciding what to do. There's a process that has to go through, and it has to be within our investment strategy, or what we call our investment policy statement, which we prepared before we started this whole process.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been on this journey for a while, just preparing beforehand, thinking through what is our strategy, thinking through where do we want to invest, where can we get what we call alpha, higher than the typical market returns, where can we get higher for our investors without taking too much risk. Because risk actually is where we spend most of our time thinking through. Because if you don't think about risk management, then there's a problem. Yeah. So risk management is key in this whole thing so that we minimize any losses that could potentially occur.
And this is the work, this is the core work that you do. Because, let me ask them this question. It's all nice and dandy that you're telling me all this, but I'm sure when an investor comes to you, there's a certain return that they're expecting, hence as to why they've come to the Oak, the special fund.
Yes.
And let me ask, this special fund, the license has been approved by CMA.
Yes.
And this is a recent thing.
Yes, so we got our license. Well, it was approved last year in November, but the physical license we received in March.
But before this, was this license available? I'm trying to say it is new in the market.
It is new in the market. So the regulations, it resides within the new CIS, or Collective Investment Scheme regulations that were issued in 2023. So really, it's been a recent, very recently, in less than a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, and of course, the reason why people are coming here is because they're giving you better returns than at home. So, or supposedly, they're supposed to give you better returns at home. As an investor in this, what kind of returns should I expect? Or let me ask it from the perspective of what kind of returns are you striving to give back to the investor? Okay.
So we target to give investors 20%, that's our target, 20% per annum net of fees. Okay? So we'll take out our fees, we'll take out our costs. The net return is what we are targeting, that I'm saying is 20%. However, it's not a straight line. Markets go up and they go down. Interest rates go up and they go down. So today you're getting 17, next year you might get 14. all right? Today you might be getting 20%, the next year you get -3. So in the different markets, there's different returns. And sometimes we make profits, sometimes we make losses. From one month to another, you'll find one month we've done 100%, the next month we've done -3. Okay, I'm exaggerating. We have to try and we don't do those kinds of variations. But the point is that it's not a straight line. Sometimes you make money, sometimes you lose, or it comes down a little bit. But on average, our target is per annum to make an investor 20% per annum. We do have a lock-in period. Most special funds do 6 months. Okay, because we're investing in different assets, and some are longer term, some are shorter term. And so we usually ask, when you invest, at least give us 6 months lock-in period. After that, you can withdraw. But for a special fund, in order for you to also benefit from the power of compounding interest. I was going to ask about compounding. Yeah, because it compounds. Because once we've invested, we're reinvesting your money, and so your interest earns interest. And so we would encourage people to invest for at least a year. But of course, you don't have to. Yes. But if you want more returns, the minimum you're allowed is 6 months. 6 months. Yeah. Okay. But the longer you invest, the higher the returns that you make. Okay. Yeah.
And you're aiming, your target is 20% over a 1 year period. So for example, 20% over a 1 year period with a 6 month lock-in. That's right. Is there a minimum deposit amount?
Yes. So for now, our minimum investment amount is 1 million shillings. Okay. The special fund the regulations allow for a special fund to have a minimum of 100,000 shillings. Okay. But for now, we have opened it up only to those with a minimum of 1 million shillings. We will, over this year, in the next few months, open it up to 100,000. But for now, we're limiting it to 1 million shillings.
And let me ask, I have my 1 million shillings, but then I want to top up. Is the option for top up also available?
Yes, yes. So the minimum top up is 100,000 shillings. So if you invested 1 million and you want to continue to invest, you can invest. But minimum investment top up is 100,000 shillings. And you can top up as often as you like.
Okay, it's not locked into monthly?
No.
Okay.
No. You can decide I don't want to top up, or you can decide I'll top up monthly. Oh. At your convenience.
Okay. So the top up is not mandatory.
No.
So you don't, once you give the 1 million shillings, you can disappear for 6 months, come and withdraw, or disappear for 1 year, come and withdraw. I mean, there's a lock-in period.
Yes.
But then I can also decide to give 1 million shillings and regularly top up depending on my want, depending on me.
Yes.
What about your fees? Okay. How are you making money from this?
Yeah. So how we make money from this is we charge a management fee. And our management fee is 6% per annum, charged over the year. Are we together? And so we charge 6% every month. Not 6% every month, but 6% over the year divided by the period. Okay. So if you're there for 6 months, you'll end up paying 3%.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. If yes, because the minimum period you can be there is 6 months.
Yes. And the reason it's 6% is because this special fund takes a heck of a lot of effort to be able to invest in. You're constantly looking for opportunities in different markets. So we need expertise in foreign markets. We need expertise in foreign equities. We need expertise in local markets, in local bonds. Like what it requires for us to be able to get that kind of expertise and to give the income that we're looking for, it's just expensive. Okay. And so 6% is what we charge.
And therefore, when you're trying to say 20%, you're talking, this is net of that 6%.
Yes, yes. So the return is net of the fee.
Okay. Okay. Let's talk about then the customer journey. So if I come in, give this money, do you disappear from me for the next 6 months? Or what does the relationship journey then look like?
Yeah. So when you come, you open an account, you're assigned a relationship manager. And this is a person, should you ever need any information, you have access to. And so you can call them at any point you want to. However, we communicate. Okay. We will send you statements, we'll send you updates of what's happening and opportunities that are available. And so what we are promising to do, Richie, is to be a lot more visible and available than the industry has been. informing people around what's going on in the market and how should they be able to respond to what's going on in a jargon-free way. My personal passion, and the reason this is my personal baby, is because I have recognized over the years, I've been in this market for 20 years. And over time, just recognizing, thank you. And over time, just recognizing we have a problem, and it's not just Kenya. Like capital markets, financial markets, worldwide, just use terms or terminology that is difficult for people to understand. And so we try and make it simple, people to understand, because at the end of the day, Richie, I want to be able to have customers who understand why. Okay? And also understand how to do the money. It's not just about me making money from you. I want to educate you so that you know, oh, this extra money I have, I shouldn't put all of it in Oak. Actually, let me put some of it in a fixed deposit account or in my chama, or let me put it in a SACCO. Of course, depending on your needs, depending on your personal circumstances, depending on your goals, there's different investment opportunities that you can get into. And so when we face different market occurrences, we want to be able to inform our customers who are our clients what's going on. So webinars, emails, updates of what's happening in the market in a manner that can help them take action, not just on the special fund, but on their own personal finances with information.
Okay. As of today, the 27th of August, 2024, how long has the Oak Special Fund been in existence?
So from the date of licensing, November. However, from the date of reporting and trading, February 2024.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Okay. No, let me ask that question right here. So what if right now somebody wants to get in touch? The contact on the screen, can they call that number?
They can call that number or email globalmarkets@fib.co.ke and we will be able to help them throughout the whole process. Even if they just want to get in touch for more information or just a call, a Zoom call, maybe it's a group that wants to invest together and they're thinking, you know what, let's take a risk as a chama together. We can definitely, do that, yeah? So we're able to carry out an information session and to educate them on how it works.
So the email again, it's on the screen.
globalmarkets@fib, F for Faida, I for investment, B for bank.co.ke.
And this is for local. What about the diaspora?
Oh, absolutely.
What about foreigners?
Yes, they can as well. Even foreigners can invest, yes.
So this is also a gateway for, it's not locked, it's global markets for the globe.
It's global markets for the globe. You don't have to be Kenyan. You can be from, let me be safe here, Uganda. Because there's some certain countries where they're not allowed to send Forex as easily as Kenya is. But, as long as your country enables you to wire money from your country to another country, you can invest.
But definitely for the diaspora, this is an opportunity for them.
Absolutely. Yes. I think diasporans have locked themselves to investing in real assets in the sense of land, physical assets, or real estate in terms of houses. But as I said earlier, the reason you want to invest in things like this is liquidity. The ability to sell and liquidate. You want to move back home, okay? And even investing in bonds is great. But you put your money in a 25-year bond or a 30-year bond in Kenya. You come back in 5 years and you hit a snag and you want to sell. There's no assurance you can get liquidity as soon as you want to. And so investing in products like this are better because liquidity is assured. Within 48 hours, you have your money. So that's the other reason I would really encourage diasporans. Another reason I'd encourage diasporans, unfortunately or fortunately, well, maybe fortunately, they are blessed, okay? And so they have to support family because they're a blessing, right? And so they send money home. Now, why don't you invest in Kua? Oak, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oak Special Fund.
Yes.
And the interest that we earn supports your family. Right?
Yep.
Or whenever you need to
come
meet
on a
the
holiday.
needs.
You can plan for a holiday
There you
and
go.
come and eat the interest.
There you go.
And take out the principal for
And
the
you
next
don't have
year.
to transfer your dollars or your pounds or your Australian dollars into Kenya shillings.
Yes.
You invest. It's in a safe, regulated body. And your interest is a good interest. And you use that interest or the returns, because it's not just interest, it's also capital gains. And use the returns to then do other things.
Okay, I love it. When we come back, we're going to do the final video, a parting shot on this. So stay tuned. We're coming back in a bit.